Hi campers. Oh, look at this. I really need to get my beard trimmed. What's happening with the hair? No, I haven't been playing with electrics. I'm just a bit windswept. So, the last few days have been fun. I decided to strip down the old bog filter and see what was in there. After the pressure filter had obviously failed in doing its job of pre-filtering the water before it went into the bog, and it wasn't pretty. So yeah, I've stripped all that down. I am currently in the process of cleaning 150 kilos of Alpha Grog, which is slow progress because of the shoulders, unfortunately. Today I am aching like mad after doing about half of it yesterday, or half of what I require yesterday. And yeah, I'm not going to be doing any more of that today. So there'll be a couple of video clips after of what's been going on. I saw an interesting YouTube video the other day of a guy that goes around doing pond maintenance and that sort of thing. And he went to a pond that's about 20,000 gallons. Yes, gallons, not litres. And the guy's running 3 Nexus 320s. He's running 9 55 watt UVs. Yes, 9. And the pond's still going green. So this guy basically said he's going to do away with the 9 55 watt UVs because they're all Evolution Aqua 55s, and he's not convinced they're the best thing for the job. And to be honest, I somewhat agree with him, because the 55 watts have a 2-inch tube, and then you stick your quartz tube up the middle of that, and sorry, I've caught my nose. You stick a quartz tube up the middle of that with a UV bulb in it, and you're losing 1 inch of that 2-inch tube. So the water exposure around it is not fantastic. At least with the Cockney Koi type, it's a 3-inch tube, so although it's fed by 1.5-inch pipe, you get a lot more water exposure time. And he said he's going to do away with these 9 55 watt UVs, and he's going to run it on 3 30, 36, 38 watt UVs, I think he said. And what he's basically done is he's taken the UVs out of a pressure filter, and he's put them suspended over the top of the Nexus in the inner chamber. I can't remember what the guy's name is now off the top of my head, but it was an interesting little video. So he's going to leave it for a week with all 9 of the 55s running, so they've just changed all the bulbs in them, and these 338s, and see if that clears the water. And then he's going to decommission the 9 55 watts and just use the 338s, and he reckons because of the exposure time that will keep on top of it. So I'm sat there and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I've got a 55 watt in the old pressure filter, and I've got some spare bulbs for it, so I've taken that out of the pressure filter and I've suspended it over the top of the static bed. So I've now got 110 watts. I've got the Cockney Koi 55, I've got the 55 out of the pressure filter, and I've got the little 13 watt one, of which I've got another one of those coming as well. The plan is to clear the green water, and then I'm going to turn off the 255s, and I'm going to run these 2 little 13 watt ones in the static bed. And I think with the amount of exposure they're going to get in 1,000 litres of water, that they might keep on top of it, but we'll see. If not, I can always recommission one of the 55s and put that back on if it starts to go green, just as it starts, and get on top of it that way. But we shall see, we shall see. It'll be an interesting experiment anyway. And as you all know, I like experimenting. I like doing things on a shoestring. I'm not a great believer in spending thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on filtration and all the rest of it. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I may end up just going sod it and getting a 40 watt amalgam, who knows. But at the moment, I'm going to tinker and play around and see what happens. See if having the 55 watt in the static bed is more efficient than the 55 Cockney Koi, whether the Cockney Koi is more efficient than that, whether the two 13 watts will be man enough to keep on top of it. I mean, I could even just add another 13 watt one on and see if 3 of them are man enough to keep on top of it. It's still going to save me money on the electric bill, and just turn on the big ones as and when required. So we'll see, we'll have a play and a tinker. So a couple of video clips coming up of what I've been tinkering with in the last few days. Yeah, playing with UVs, playing with filtration, playing with the returns into the moving bed, get a bit more flow around that. There were a couple of dead spots in it. And we'll see what happens, because the 55 Cockney Koi wasn't keeping up with the green water at the moment, as it was. But since I've put that other 55 watt suspended in there, the water's definitely going browner rather than bright green now. I've just given the static bed a good flush out, and my God, some rubbish came out of there. So yeah, a few clips of what I've been up to, and we'll see what happens with the water as it clears. Ciao! Yeah, look, it's had a proper run at it now. That's pretty mucky. So today's little job is cleaning out the old bog filter. You guys better be thankful this isn't smelly vision, because that stinks. As you can see, it's black. So God knows what's trapped down in there, but I would reckon, hazarding a guess, that's going to be some of the reason I've got bacterial issues, or had bacterial issues. That pressure filter was letting through a ton of rubbish. So yeah, the K1 is from where my filter blew out the top. So I'll scoop that off, put it in a bucket, PP it. I'll just get the old pond vac out, and we'll set up a siphon and see what we've got in there. I'll give it a good drain down, and we'll see what's lurking at the bottom. Now we start to find out what's lurking at the bottom of the bog. So this is what is lurking in the bottom of the bog filter. Oh, isn't that lovely? That's got to be 1.5 to 2 inches thick of sludge. Yeah, look, mate, I've just strung a bit of green veg netting across the pond, just as a temporary. But I tell you what, it don't half give it a bit of shade, considering it's a net. So I think I might leave that up just to give them a little bit of a sunshade. It'll hopefully help with the green water a bit though. But yeah, I can definitely start to see shadows of the fish a bit lower down. There's one over there, just over by the air bubbles. I don't know if you're going to show it on camera, but I can just see him about 2 foot down. But yeah, it's literally just a shadow. So here we go, mega clean up again. Load of silt in the bottom out of these. Alpha being cleaned, and I've got that much to go through. Yeah, this could take a little while. And you go dissing the knee-high wellies, look, for all them girls that love a pair of sexy boots on a pond keeper. Yeah, I've got a pair of waders and I ripped them across the thigh, caught a nail. So I just cut them off and made them into a long pair of wellies. Good for getting in the shallow end. We're still a bit green, look, but I think it is slowly clearing. Yeah, I've cleaned half of that alpha grogger and I'm knackered now. So I'm going to leave that till tomorrow and do the other half. And I'm going to stick it all in the bottom of the that tank, and I'm going to PP the lot for 24 hours. About 20 grams of PP in, I don't know, 1500 litres of water maybe. That should kill anything that's in there.